So, as petty as it sounds, I found out that people haven't been taking Haunted Gale or Gale Wisp because they think it's quote-unquote bad. But because I'm petty, and because I think Haunted Gale is the best Gale talent ever, I went ahead and made this entire video explaining everything about Haunted Gale and how it actually functions. But before diving into the explanation, I want to ask you to please subscribe. I'm aiming for 2k subs, and it would help me out a lot. So let's get to the video. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about are the proccing conditions, which are the main reason people think Haunted Gale is bad. The description here is a bit misleading. It states that landing 3 Gale Brief mantras without whiffing calls for a Haunted Phantom. The Phantom will attack alongside you for the next 8 seconds before dissipating. Now, the key part here is the whiffing condition, which it's actually the biggest advantage it has. As it turns out, the whiffing condition is actually non-existent. Even if you fully whiff a mantra, it won't reset your Haunted Gale stacks. Neither does blocking, parrying, or dodging for that matter. The only condition it has is simply hitting the target, so hitting your mantra. Next up, I want to explain what Gale Wisp does with Haunted Gale. This is literally in the mantra tooltip, but I think people just ignore it or never read it. Haunted Gale lasts for 8 seconds, but Gale Wisp increases the duration by 37.5%, which brings it up to a total of 11 seconds, which is basically free hit, it just lasts for 3 seconds more. But now that you know both the proccing conditions and what Gale Wisp does, I can talk about the damage and its scaling. Haunted Gale deals wind damage and has a base damage of 15 with 5 Gale scaling. Because it procs Aftercut at 80 Gale, you deal just about 23.1 extra damage on every mantra. Yes, unlike apparitions, Haunted Gale procs on every single mantra, even stuff like Enforcer Pool. For those who want it, I put on the screen some of the math I used for this. This also means that at 100 Gale, you will be doing an additional 24.75 damage on every single mantra you land. Finally, the last thing I'll be talking about today is the synergies Haunted Gale offers with Freezing White and Saint's Horn. Starting with Freezing White, this talent applies an extremely long chill of 7 seconds whenever Haunted Gale lands, or when Crystal if you have Crystal Path instead. It also changes your Haunted Gale damage type from pure wind to wind and ice, which is actually a huge advantage in this case. To make this easier to understand, I made an example. Let's say your enemy has a higher frost than Gale resistance. When you proc Haunted Gale and then use a wind mantra, their ever-changing Aegis type will be switched to Gale. But then, when your Haunted Gale lands, their resistance will switch to Frost, and then back to Gale again, which makes your Aftercut deal an additional 10% damage. Now for my favorite thing regarding this talent, if you have Saint's Horn and you are currently in the Gale stance, then any mantra will build up a stack towards your Haunted Gale. This means you can, for example, proc Steam using only flame mantras, or build up more crystal towards your Fulgurite. The possibilities here are really endless and you should try it out. Well guys, that's pretty much it for today. If I'm being honest, this is likely my favorite video so far, as this is my favorite talent and my favorite attunement. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to cover next. Stay safe and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!